Hi everyone, Kenny Pua here. Welcome to Let's Play Together session. Alright, welcome back to Ukulele Aerobics week number 18. Today is Monday. We are going to do some chords. Okay, so total there are actually 5 chords to learn today. So let's take a look at it. So first one is actually the C sus2, and then the second one is actually F sus2. Third one is G sus2, fourth one F sus4, and fifth one is B flat sus2. So today we are actually going to look at more on the suspended chords. Okay, so the first one, C sus2, how to actually press it. So if you look at the chord chart, you need to actually press on the second fret on the third string. Okay, so I'm advising you to use first finger on the third string, second fret, and then third finger on the third fret of the second string. And then the first string, you need to use the fourth finger, pinky finger here, to actually press it on the third fret. Okay, so you can press it like this, 1, 3, 4. So this is C sus2. Okay, so by the way, if you, let's say you don't want to use the 1, 3, 4, there's a reason why I use 1, 3, 4, because I want to transition to the G chord. Okay, like this. So if you don't want, you can actually use the 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, C sus2, 1, 2, 3. Finger 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, on the respective fret. And then when you switch to G, you can do the bar. Like this also can. Okay, so that means first method 1, 3, 4. Okay, when you switch to the G chord, just lift up the fourth finger on the first string and then press on the second fret on the first string, right? Like this. Second method, you can bar on the second fret, third string until the first string, and then use the second finger on the second string, third fret, and then you do the C sus2, use pressing the third fret on the first string. Okay, and when you switch to G chord, you can just remove the third finger like this. Okay, so this is C sus4, like this also can, like this also can. Okay, so next we are going to look at the second chord, which is actually the F sus2. So F sus2 is very easy as well. So I'm advising to use the first finger and pinky finger here, alright, as to the transition itself. So probably you can use first and fourth finger here. First finger press on the first fret on the second string, and then the pinky finger on the third fret of the first string. So this is F sus2. You may also use the third finger to replace the pinky. Like this also can. Okay? Right. So I'm advising you to use the pinky because from S sus2 you can actually move on to F chord. So F chord you can just add the second finger on top of the fourth string, second fret. Okay? Like this. So F sus2 you can actually move back to the F chord. So this is F chord. We learn this F chord variation in one of the weeks previously. Okay, so this is F sus2 and then change to F. Okay? Alright. Next we are going to look at the third chord, which is actually the G sus2. So how to press this G sus2, you may actually notice that this is very similar to G. So I'm actually going to use the first finger and the third finger to press it. So the first finger press on the second fret of the third string, third finger press on the second fret of the third fret of the second string. So from here you actually play this G sus2. Alright, and then if you want to switch to G chord, you just have to press the second fret on the first string. So notice that all the 3 chords here, C sus2, F sus2, and then G sus2, it can actually go back to the root chord, which is actually the C, F, and G respectively. Okay, so that's why when we actually consider on how to actually press this fretting, right, you need to consider if the next chord I'm going to go back to the root chord, so how can I actually execute these suspension chords? Okay, so next, this is the third chord. Let me just repeat one time. First finger on the second fret of the third string, and then the third finger on the third fret of the second string, and this is actually your G sus2. And then switch to G chord. You you can use the second finger press on the second fret on the first string to form the G chord. Okay. Next, the fourth chord, which is actually the F sus4, and this is actually similar to a little bit similar to B flat chord, just that the middle finger is actually not using. So from here, you need to actually bar on the first and second string on the first fret, and then use your third finger press on the third fret of the fourth string. So this will become your F sus4. Alright, can F sus4. So F sus4, you may actually move on to become F as well. Okay, so from here, alright. So from F sus4, you can actually move back to the root chord F chord. Alright, so this is actually the chord number 4, the F sus4. So F sus4 is actually same with the fifth chord here that we need to learn today, which is actually a B flat sus2. So the fretting hand of, on the pressing is actually the same. Okay, exactly the same. Why? Because they actually own the same three notes here, which is actually F, B flat, and also C. So you can actually derive it. So for F sus4, it actually F, B flat, and C. And then for B flat sus2, it's actually B flat, C, and then F. Right? So that's how we can interpret these two chords. Is actually the same, just a different naming. Alright? So here, F sus4, you can move on to F. So B flat sus2. Okay, you can move on to B flat. Okay, so there's a similar pattern where we actually can move back to the root chord. So you can try out all the chords here, and then on the suspension chord, and then move back up to the root chord itself. So the fourth chord, F sus4, move to F chord. Okay, and then B flat sus4, B flat sus2. Okay, so this is actually the moving back to the root chord. So again, let me repeat one more time all the chords. The C sus2, alright, F sus2, G sus2, F sus4, and then also the B flat sus2. Okay, right. Lastly, I will actually play one of the a chord transition that you can actually use, chord progression. So probably I use the C sus2. You can use the C sus2 and then move to G, and then from G you move to G sus2 and then move back to G. So you can listen to something like this: C sus2, G, G sus2, and then G. Again. Again, C sus2, G, G sus2, G. Okay, so this is actually one of the chord progression you can practice just to make sure that you can remember those chords. Okay, so it's C sus2, G, G sus2, and then back to G. So this is one of the example only. So, alright, that's all for today on all the 5 chords. We are actually learning suspension chord today. And you notice that we can actually use a suspension chord in between of the chord progression, and then it actually, if you want to go back to the root chord, it's very easy, and also it's actually pleasant to actually listen to. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video until this end. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel below. Click the subscribe button and also turn on the bell. And if you think this video is actually useful for others, do share that out as well. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow on the whole new exercise on the strumming. We are going to utilize some of the chords that we actually learned today to do the strumming exercise. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and bye bye.